Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our program brought to you by Fast Frame. FastFrameKnoxville.com is where you can check them out online. Folks, if you have artwork that needs framing, memorabilia that needs protecting, or jerseys and jackets that need displaying, be smart and take it to East Tennessee's #1 source for fast, quality framing. Fast Frame in the Commons Shopping Center on North Peters Road. I also want to say thanks to all the folks who are watching today. I believe we're up and running on Facebook Live, so anybody outside the area, you can go to these websites and let me tell you, Fast Frame beats any frame shop you've got wherever you are watching this show. But thanks for watching. To the Vol fans out there all over parts unknown, world, globe, universe out there watching. True or false questions in this segment, but here's the rule. If it's true, you just sit there.
Okay.
If it's false, hit that buzzer and tell me why it's false. Okay, so we got 3 quick topics here. First, and a couple of these are straight out of my Twitter feed.
Okay.
I like to grab things that I'm seeing on Twitter, and here's one. Tennessee's football departures this offseason. Kelly, Galden, McKenzie, Dormady. They're coming off a 4-8 football team. Therefore, they are nothing to be concerned about. True or false? So we got 3 guys say false. Mike Strange agrees.
Well,
Who cares?
I was stunned how quickly the other three.
So everybody thinks that's false.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter how bad you were the year before. These were the best players you had at those positions. At least they were.
2 of them were, yeah.
2 of them were. So, yeah, I think it hurts you trying to rebuild your program.
See, that's it. It's hard enough to rebuild in the SEC when we've had a bad team. And then when you take some of your best players off to try to rebuild, that makes it even harder. So, yes, that's a blow to me.
You could almost argue it's worse coming off a 4-8 team, losing guys off a 4-8 team. If you were losing guys off a 10-2 team, well, you got some other pretty good guys.
Yeah,
Right.
and Galden, I would have loved. He's been here 4 years. You can see that. But you look at it, McKenzie could have switched to the offensive line and helped his draft stock.
And even if he'd stay, he played most snaps last year. You at least had a body. Now you don't have the body. The way I look at it is, somebody said, well, these guys are all easily replaceable. Okay, but you get 25 guys to bring in. Well, now 4 of them are going to be replacing guys that you weren't counting on losing in the first place. Instead of replacing, players that you don't want starting, now they're going to replace guys that started last year.
Yes.
So, anyway.
Yes.
All right, let's do another true-false here. The Lady Vols opened the season 15-0. I didn't hear very much from anybody when they were 15-0. There wasn't a lot of celebrating. Now they've lost 2 out of 3 and blew a huge lead against Notre Dame the other, like one of the worst blown leads you'll ever see, and lost by 14 in addition to that. To quote some of the folks I've heard from, Holly Warlick can recruit, but she cannot coach. True or false? 3 falses, 1 true. Okay. What do we got, false guys?
Well, she can coach. She can do better calling some more timeouts, but I think obviously she can coach. It's year 6. And don't forget all the years with Pat Summitt. She learned some things that can help her.
You could say she's a better recruiter than she is a coach, maybe. Maybe I wouldn't have buzzed in on that. But you don't win 16 games against that schedule just rolling the ball out there and not coaching.
Well, they're ranked in the top 10. I almost feel like when I'm watching them, it's like the Lion King. You got a lion that's rating to pounce, and as soon as they lose, they pounce. And I don't understand why she doesn't get more credit for what this team has done this year. Remember, she's got 4 freshmen, 3 that are playing a pretty good bit, 2 seniors on this roster. I think she's done a good job with this team.
Wasn't she the fastest or second fastest to 100 wins in women's basketball history? All right, next one, true or false? The Tennessee Titans fired Mike Mularkey and quickly hired Mike Vrabel. The former Patriot linebacker spent 1 year as defensive coordinator with the rival Texans last year. He'd been in the pros for 3 years altogether. True or false? Mike Vrabel will still be the head coach of the Titans in 5 years.
False.
Wow.
I was doing the math in my mind. And
The question was going to be who lasts longer, Pruitt or Vrabel. But all right, so everybody, not everybody impressed with the Mike Vrabel hire.
No, and it really doesn't, to me, have as much to do with the Mike Vrabel hire as it is just the Titans organization. I mean, that's an organization that has stumbled around a lot, and you finally have a coach who gives you the best season that you've had in almost a decade, and you fire him. I just think that's a bad look. I don't think he'll last Not necessarily because he's not a good coach, but I just think the Titans are not a good
And
organization.
I think the key thing on that is 5 years. How many times is a first-year head coach in the NFL going to make it to 5 years?
That's what got me.
Me too.
Boy, Chuck's smart today.
What's interesting is the AFC South. It's expected that Josh McDaniels will wind up with the Colts. If McDaniels with the Colts, Vrabel with the Titans, Bill O'Brien with the Texans, 3 out of the 4 teams in the AFC South will be off the Belichick tree. And the other team, the Jaguars, Tom Coughlin's down there, the one guy who's the antidote, or in my opinion, Antichrist to Bill Belichick. All right, devil. When we come back, we're going to talk Vols recruiting next. Specifically, we're going to compare how Jeremy Pruitt's first-year class looks when you look back at other first-year Vols coaches. Come on back.